is awesome, man. We got a Yamaha Raptor 2020 model, and it's heading on to the dyno. And we're about to develop a tune for it. And Dave's going to tell you all about the process and what we're going to do. But this is a 2020 Raptor 700R Special Edition. And we're going to talk about the exhaust here in just a moment. Shoo. It's cold. We're going to have to warm this baby up.
Freezing.
Yeah, it's freezing, Dave. Very cold.
What's the temperature outside?
It's, well, I know this morning it was like 17 degrees Fahrenheit. So, too cold. Especially here, well, right now we're in Red Bay, Alabama, but right next to Main Street Cycle in Tishomingo, Mississippi. So, way too cold for these southern states down here. But anyways, we're going to warm this bad boy up and get her strapped in, warm the dyno up. We got some heat going, and we're gonna see what kind of power this Yamaha Raptor puts down to the ground, and then Dave's gonna work his magic here, and we're gonna get this bad boy pumping out some power, son. So hey, before we get to that point in the video, I love to read your comments down below, so please go down there and comment what kind of power do you think it's gonna put down to the ground on this dyno, and maybe what we can gain out of it as well. Like I said, it's not bone stock. It already has exhaust and stuff like that. Dave, again, is going to go over those details. And guys, also, I do want to say, man, it's a free thing for you to go down there and click that subscribe button. It helps me out big time. So please do that. Give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Just helps the algorithm out, and it's free to you. And I hope that you enjoy this video. Let's get to it. Before we do our base runs, I did want to show you real quick. We've got the Dyno Power Commander 5, boom, fuel injection module. And so that's what we're going to be using to tune today. And then we got the Rossier R6 full exhaust. This bad boy sounds awesome, looks good as well. So we got the full exhaust there, and yeah, so our base run is not a bone stock Raptor 700R. It has the exhaust on it, it has the Power Commander on it, but this has not been touched, right? This is just how it comes out of the box, the Power Commander, or what?
So we don't know. So the customer brought us this four-wheeler to tune it in for him, and his son likes to play and race and stuff. So that's where we're at. He brought us this four-wheeler. We're going to do a base run on it, and then we're going to put our tune on it and see what the gains are.
Gotcha. Okay,
so
we're going to dial it in.
Yeah.
Okay.
He keeps fouling out plugs, I think was his problem. He brought a couple plugs, had me change the plug.
Okay.
And we can see by the one we took out that from the map that was in it is crazy rich. So I'm sure we're going to pick up some power from it. So I think that was his bigger complaints, to keep fouling plugs, and we know there's some more on the table. So he brought it down here, and we're going to see if we can fix them up.
Sweet, sweet. All right, guys, so just wanted you to have the full story there before you see these numbers, okay? And so as long as we start out with our baseline here, and then we show you that, then we're going to see what we can do with it. So it's going to be fun. Again, I'd love to see your predictions down below in the comment section. Hey, she's a little loud. You feel that vibrating the old chest there when you're in here.
So these are our last 3 runs you've seen us do on film. So very consistent. Dyno jets are always very consistent. 49, 49, 49, 46, 46, 46. Here is our horsepower, and here is our torque. So we made 49 horsepower, 46 foot-pounds of torque. So here's our air-fuel ratio. And like we were showing with the spark plugs and stuff, the customer was right when he brought it in for. Crazy rich all the way down into the tens here. And that idle, if you noticed, it was crazy rich, like 10 and a half. So when we punched it, it did lean up right here, and then just steadily, completely way too rich everywhere else. So I think we'll get him some benefits, and you can see in the graph itself how when it started running bad and the power started really getting jagged and stuff. You'll see that matches our air fuel ratio. Just way too rich. Can't make power if you're dumping fuel into it too much.
That's right.
Let's see if we can get a tune going and see what we get.
All right. Well, we'll let you work the magic, and then we'll try to catch a few runs, and then the final run, and go over the results at the end.
Cool.
All right. I'm not going to pretend like I know all the terminology and lingo that's going on to give you a good explanation, but I do know this much, that Dave is sitting there controlling the drum, and he's trying to get all the mapping right at different loads, different throttle positions, different RPMs, and he's getting all that documented and making changes where the AFRs are not just right. He can do a few timing adjustments in there, and just getting it where it's not just about putting it on the dyno, hammering it wide open, see the maximum horsepower and torque, and then dial it in to get huge numbers for a wide open pull. Because this ain't just a drag racing tune. This is a tune for the customer that's going to be racing out at doing cross-country style racing, racing in the woods, racing out on the motocross track, whatever it may be, or just trail riding too. So he's trying to get it dialed in to where if the bike is at any load, going through a creek crossing, a mud crossing, climbing a hill, this thing needs to be dialed in and running right, because when you put a load on it, the AFRs need to be right, the timing needs to be right, all those things need to be optimized to have the best performing tune possible. So again, this will be a long little while. I'm cutting the video as short as I can, because like I said, that's a long process in there, and Dave's just going to get it perfected. He's a perfectionist and takes his time to make sure it's just right. So he does that with all of his tunes, Harley Davidson's, Polaris, CFMOTO tunes, the Yamaha racing bikes, whatever it is, tons of motorcycles too. He's going to get it right, and pretty cool to see. So anyways, I won't bore you with all that stuff. I know you just want to see results, so we'll skip to that if we can. All right, so got her done for the day. Dave, tell us kind of how we ended up. And I do want to remind everybody again, if you're at this point in the video, it's not a stock Raptor versus, you know, the cleaned up tune setup. This our baseline that you're going to see, like we showed you a while ago. It had exhaust. It's got the power commander on it, and then Dave tuned it up, cleaned it up a little bit. So
Right.
just tell us a little bit about that and kind of how we ended up here.
So of course, like we said before, a customer come in, fouling plugs and other stuff. So we're trying to clean up that tune, make it good, make throttle response awesome on it, and trying to pick up power, of course, like we always are. So we'll go back into the same scenarios I always try to make people understand. A dyno reads peak to peak when we're looking at a dyno chart. So peak horsepower and peak torque is it's what we're reading on it.
Right.
So when we look at this, keep this in mind. So the torque gain doesn't show a whole lot where it actually has read it, but after that, we got good gains.
Oh, yeah, all the way through.
Yes.
Yeah.
So 28 to 31, and you can see great gains all the way through.
Yes.
And the same with our horsepower. It actually read right there and right there.
Yeah.
So we see more of a gain on it. So 49 to 51 or 51.6. But then you look at all the other spots that were really lean, and you can even see on the air fuel ratio graph where it was off the chart.
Right.
So it went from 40 to 45. So several places pick up 5 horsepower.
That's right.
Which is crazy on a bike with 40 horsepower.
Yeah,
50
that's
horsepower.
insane. Yeah.
And that's just off the tune. If we go back to the air fuel ratio and we're looking at it, so you can see that we made quite a few runs on it trying to dial it in.
Yes.
So I dialed it in basically to the 13 air fuel ratio, which is real close to what I think they like most times, sometimes 13.2. And it actually didn't have as much power as I wanted, so I had to start reaching it back up to find out what it likes. So this one actually likes a little more, so down around that 12.8 neighborhood, 12.7, and it just cleaned it up a lot more, and then we had to adjust the timing on it. So I pulled some timing out, figuring it had too much in it, and it actually liked more timing. It's a great running bike. Throttle response is so much more crisp now. Won't be fouling plugs. It'll be idling clean.
Yeah, that's nice.
So he's going to get a lot of gain. Once you start building up a lot of soot and let's say carbon and stuff in that combustion chamber, fouling out your spark plugs and stuff, you're not just fouling out your spark plugs. You're coating the heads, coating the top of the pistons and all that stuff. Makes the fuel less efficient because it doesn't atomize the fuel as much. That fuel sticks in that carbon. I guess is about the best way to say it, and it's just not as clean of a burn anymore. Once this thing starts running cleaner and starts getting that carbon out of it, really the only way you can do is pull the heads off, pull the piston down to the piston and clean that stuff up. But over time, if it's not building up extra, it will start trying to clean that up a little bit. That'll help it. If you got a bike that is not tuned well and you're fouling out spark plugs and you just keep on riding it, guys, you got to understand you're creating other issues and other problems that won't be easily corrected in the future. Then you want to get a tune and correct everything. Well, you've already built up
some issues there.
Built up some issues. I don't talk very well all the time, so you have to bear with me. But just trying to express when you don't have a great tune in the beginning, guys, get it tuned. Save yourself a lot of time and trouble down the road, and gain power, torque. Yes. The bike's going to last longer now. Just so many benefits to it being right.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Dave, how can we help other people in this situation? Like, can they contact you? How can we help customers out here?
Of course, the easiest way to contact me personally is through my email at DC Cycle Racing at gmail.com. But we only sell off-road tunes and stuff through Main Street Cycle, so Team MSC Parts.com. We do tune for customers and people in person at my shop, and you can reach that at www.dccycleracing.com and get a lot more information on that, and send me a message and we can tune your stuff as well.
Well, guys, that's going to do it for this tuning video on this Yamaha Raptor. Man, it was really cool to see in action. I hope that you enjoyed the video. And if you're new to the channel, guys, please hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment as well. And make sure you stay tuned for more power sports action right here. You never know what you're going to see here on the channel. We do tuning. We do performance parts, accessories. We go ride. We race. We're into a little bit of everything here. So if you like that kind of stuff, stick around. It's going to be an awesome year here. So again, go check out teammscparts.com for all of your parts and accessory needs. And guys, if you want to get some dyno tuning done, man, hit up Dave here. Go to DC Cycle Racing and check that out. So we appreciate you guys. God bless you. As always, remember to keep it real. We'll see you in the next one.